Hey guys, Cal here, bringing you another video. This one is going to be another base building video. We've already done Capital Peak, Barbarian Camp, the Wizard Valley specifically. I just built one, but it hasn't been tested, so I have no replays for that, so we won't be doing that one. We have done Balloon Lagoon, so today we're going to be doing Builder's Workshop. So this is the base we have rockin' right now. What we're pretty much doing, it looks better if we kind of look at it this way. This is what the scout view looks like, and essentially what we're doing is we're protecting, like all my other bases. I like this double mortar setup with the blast bow in the center covering everything, but because we have so many walls and not too many important defenses in my opinion, we're using a lot of our walls to make sure that it's very difficult for our opponent to get into this blast bow compartment and this mortar compartment, really making sure that they need those wall breakers to even get in towards us. We don't really care about the deployment. If they come up here on the top, they have to still wall break in on this side and need to go through a lot to get to the blast bow. And if they come in from this right side, they still need to get through this really meaty part, blast bow, and they need to make sure that they have a wall breaker here, or else their troops will probably go around the outside. Same thing with the up here, they'll probably go around the outside. And the bottom is kind of where we want them to come from. We have the double here, and then it kind of makes them split in two directions if they do not have that wall breaker. And if they use it too early, I actually don't know if this is the case, but wall breakers might target this wall over here because this wall has nothing to really target. So that is the base. We'll do a quick little rotation like this so you can see some details, and then we'll go right into the replay. Oh, actually, let's take away the scout view. We have plenty of bombs around the outside. This is kind of just to prevent sneaky archer value in the beginning. We don't really want wall wreckers to hit here, or rams, so we have these traps kind of here really protecting that. Stopping one wall break is usually enough to make it so it's very difficult, and we have plenty of these log traps kind of trying to make it very difficult to come into this bow compartment. So that is it. Let's go and watch some replays. Again, like all replays shown here, you don't need to defend the... It isn't about how easy it is to take down, it's how well it defends against people that don't quite know what they're doing. So let's just go straight into 26 attacks. Let's see how many attacks this one took. This one took 7 attacks on this base. And we're just going to go through ×2. We're going to watch a bunch of replays here just to show you a bunch of different ones and how it's attacked. So here we have this person coming in with minions and archers in the very beginning. They aren't really using this deployment area very well though, so they're coming in with balloons here. Not going to be doing much because balloons kind of get shut down by our blast bow. And with all these minions, we have all these exterior air defenses that are really sniping them out. And even though the minions were buffed and the air defense was nerfed a little bit, we do have these air bombs and everything kind of preventing them from getting too much value. And they're going to stop at 26%, not really getting much besides trash. Going into the next one, it looks like it's a very similar attack here. Coming in with super wizards, kind of sprinkling, wasting lightnings by accident there, I guess. But this is like an example of, like, you don't really need a great base. You don't really need to defend against really good attackers, because according to what I've heard online, your base, the medals you get based on defense, is dictated on your strongest defense. It's not like you're getting gold per defense. So when we're really looking at what type of defenses we're looking at, you want to look at whatever one took the most amount of attacks for you to get taken out. And when it comes out down to attackers like this, really deploying their archers way out here, not getting value out of them, spamming minions into the air bombs and splash, just making sure that you're protecting, with my mentality, the core defense, and just making this defense hard to get. it may be easy to get to with more experienced attackers who will just come in with sneaky archers and wall breakers. But for these people who are not understanding how funneling works, they're really struggling to get into this bow compartment. And because this bow is staying alive so long, and preventing them from really doing anything, it's essentially what's granting us all these wins. And that is why I think protecting these big, heavy splash damages, things that are problematic to attackers who are not as strong, is more important than, let's say, walling off all these cannons. Because the cannons and these bows up here are not going to do much defense. Like they will defend, but it isn't going to stop a push. It's going to slow down a push. Where these X-bows and mortars are going to stop the push. And you want to make sure that whatever is stopping the push is alive for as long as possible. Because, of course, as they remain alive, they're going to continue to stop pushes. So here we kind of get the point of this attacker coming in, not really understanding that you shouldn't have ground and air troops together, because then you're allowing the base to deal the maximum amount of damage it can go for. I bet they really want to take out that bow there, but they're going to come in with the hoggies and kind of wipe this base. Oh, it actually looks like they might fall short. So here, again, we put those heavy air targeting troops and these little like pockets of good burst damage to kind of surprise opponents, and it looks like it helped there. We're going to watch this final attack here. They're going to come in, take it out, and take out this base. So 7 defenses against, of course, a not so great attacker. I'll show you now not the best defense, but an average defense. So let's see. So most of our defenses, except for this random 18, look to be above 25. We'll go with this 22. Let's see how much this took our opponent. Took them 4 attacks, which is good. You want at least 3. I think anything 3, or if they take you out in 3, that usually means that your base is good but not good enough. So getting taken down in 4 is really nice. So let's see, we have a person using a whole jump spell, and this person actually has more spell capacity than we do at the moment. We're currently trying to upgrade our spells. And of course, the higher up their upgrade, the harder it gets. But it looks like they're jumping into this section, raging up, not getting too much value. They're getting the double wall break, even with their jump not getting too much in there. Going on to the next one, let's see what they're doing. So this person knows to put their giants first and then their wizards behind. But because of this gap, their wizards are actually going around the base and not actually going toward this core like these giants are, probably what they were hoping to get taken out. And this bow is going to stay alive and, of course, is going to stop these pushes, keep on stopping them, just like how we defended, or how we wanted this base to defend. And looking here, they did not bring any wall breakers, so they are getting taken out right here, not having the correct pathing into our bow. And because they don't have correct pathing into our bow, they are going to be shut down, because that's what the bow does. Very powerful defense, taking out the base. And for those who are wondering what they should upgrade, of course, upgrading your bow will be great. Upgrading these defenses that are going to stop pushes will continue to get better as you upgrade them, and probably should be a priority. Not a priority, of course, getting pretty much all your defenses down and all your offense upgraded. But if you have everything upgraded and you don't really want to spend your time, this guy got so lucky with the barbarians. If those barbarians didn't take out that bow, I'm pretty sure we would have defended this one as well. But once you got everything and you don't really know what to spend on, upgrade those huge defensive buildings that are going to stop pushes, because they will continue to stop pushes, of course. We'll look at one more. We're at almost at the 10-minute mark. Let's go to our next one, the 25. I haven't seen any of these beforehand. Let's see. So this is another 4, which is, again, good for us. They come in with the giants and super wizards, We'll speed this up a bit at 4, or a lot at 4. Coming in with the Giants, they know to put their troops behind, and the splash is, of course, wreaking havoc on them. They're coming into this section that's a lot of power that we're kind of expecting people to come into and run into these pockets and then run out of steam. That's why we have 4 pockets. One where this heal spell is, one right here, one right here. So 3 pockets. This one doesn't really count. And each individual section. And we're hoping that it just takes them one attack per section. Right there, the double mortar taking out all their archers. They're kind of split here, which is great for us. Splitting their troops means that their HP is spread out, but their offense is not, allowing our defenses to essentially get more value all over the base. They fall short there because of all the power, and they're going to fall short here because, of course, they're not targeting our bow, going around the base and getting taken out there. So we're going to keep on going. I believe they take out this in one more after this. They use this jump spell, which after enough funneling, of course, it gets easy to get into this bow, and this bow will be taken down. And then once the bow is taken down, there isn't much to really stop them, and they can kind of get through. But we do have this heavy hit point area with a lot of splash, and the crusher behind this single point defense going to get mowed down really quickly here. And with this final section, they can do pretty much anything they want to take it out. But of course, it took them 4 attacks. And yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Hope you guys did enjoy. Of course, this is the first draft of this base. If you think that some of the traps should be placed elsewhere, definitely make the adjustments you need to make your base better. And as always, when upgrading and getting new defenses, try to at least look at what type of bases are there. For example, if you upgrade and you get another blast bow like this at 5 when this upgrades to, oh, that's not in a long time. But if you get like another blast bow or another heavy hit point defense, that's probably better than some of these other defenses. Make sure to give them 2 tile spaces to make it very difficult to get inside, and so that your defenses can, of course, deal as much damage as possible. One last thing I want to say, these placements on the giant cannon are here for archers, and that's why we have some heavy hit points in front of them, just so that if the archers do come through to them, they have to go through a few defenses and they'll get blasted by this giant cannon, hopefully taking them all out, making them use more archers. I do talk a lot about archers a lot when it comes to defending. I haven't talked about air or giants, things that we saw coming through in this video, and that's just because archers are so broken that slowing down the archers is kind of my main priority, just because they're so easy to use, and other troops allow for mistakes, and those mistakes will be made by people that don't know how to use them. So I'd rather defend against the archers, which are easy to use, rather than other strategies which are a bit more difficult and have more room for error. So this is the base. I'll do a little zoom like this around, and as always, I hope you guys did enjoy the video. If you heard me mention about bases that I've done in the past, definitely they are still on the channel. Make sure to check me out, subscribe if you want to see more of these base building bases. I'm currently going to be building, or I currently built a Wizard Valley base. I'll show it right now as a little preview. This is what it kind of looks like. If you want to see how this performs, definitely subscribe. This video will be coming up not this week, but maybe next week, just because we're here towards the end of the raid weekend, and we probably won't get too many people attacking us. But if this base does get attacked and does well, I will show you all the video in the future. Hope you guys did enjoy the video, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.